morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. I'll get it out. Joe and Jason on this Tuesday. I hope it finds you well out there. And wow, man, it just doesn't stop coming, does it? What is next for Iran and Israel? We'll see. Is the United States going to get involved? We'll see. I don't know how this happens, but it does. A horrible collision of two oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz is ongoing. A massive fire, at least on one of the ships, maybe both. They're now thinking that one of the hulls has been breached, so we'll keep our eye on that. Again, who knows how this stuff happens? Is it related to what's going on with Israel and Iran? I don't know. Nobody seems to speculate. You can speculate.
Whose ship is damaged? Does it say whose ship specifically or no?
Well, the issue is, they all fly on these flags of these different countries, but these were. I don't have that detail. I don't know. I looked, and it was two countries that I've never, obviously not whose oil I don't know whose oil it is. I don't know where the oil was going, but right near the choke point, if you will, at the Strait of Hormuz. So we'll continue to watch that, see if anything develops. The data out today was terrible. This is actually helping Wall Street not be down so much today. We had retail sales. We had home builder confidence. We had some manufacturing data, and all of it was very, very bad. Home builder confidence, as an example, the worst number in over 13 years when it comes to home builder confidence. And, of course, that's going back to the end of the financial crisis. So, remember, housing was pitiful, but the number coming in at 32, I think this is another one of those numbers where like 50 is like zero. So you can see how negative this is. Well below 36. By the way, it was just a smidge, and I mean a smidge, away from being back to like 2011, 2010 numbers. According to the home builders, everything stunk. There wasn't anything in the report that was any good. Number of home builders cutting prices rose to 37%. That is the highest number since they started. Apparently, they just started tracking price cuts. And I guess maybe I get it, right? Because after the housing collapse, we went a long time without some price cuts. Here's the problem. The price cuts aren't helping. Rising inventory, prospective buyers continuing not to buy, affordability continuing to be a major problem for the home builders. Not surprised. I don't think anybody's surprised by that at all. Housing has stunk for a long time now. Really, ever since they raised rates, right? Ever since rates got off zero. Of course, remember, why did they put rates at zero? See, they wanted to drive up prices. They did. They wanted more people to buy. They did. And as they did, prices skyrocketed. But, of course, here's the problem. Everything else skyrocketed. And according to the home builders, you ready for this? This one it blew me away. because I'm like, okay, right? They're just going to lower prices, right? That's the only thing that really makes any sense, right? Okay, so they're going. The home builders will start lowering them. If you own a home and you want to sell it, right? You're gonna have to lower the price, and it's something where I don't think there's any other option, right? That's how a healthy market would operate. Well, I guess that isn't the case. They're now saying, home builders are saying, the cost of a home by 2030, the median price, which, by the way, that's going to be the lower price. The average price will be higher. $615,000 by 2030. So how does that compare now? Well, we're in the 400,000 range, right? 400,000, a little over 400,000. And the home builders are saying, hey, listen, we kind of know what costs are going to be pretty much for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years out. Some of them probably 5 years out. It's not getting cheaper, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. I've been trying to tell you, get it through your thick skulls. Oh, by the way, silver breaking out again, and a huge silver spectacular sale. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Gosh, I'm just stumbling on that lately. Joe and Jason here on this Tuesday. Really quickly, get ready. Get ready to dial. I'm going to give you the number again, 800-951-0592. We're going to get to you in the order that you call. This is a silver spectacular sale. Again, we've been around, listen, we're approaching 30 years. You just don't know what is going to walk into the door next. And we had a bunch of stuff walk in the door. You're going to be buying silver right next to spot, right next to cost. I mean, right there. You nobody is going to be less. So be ready. Having said that, let's take a quick look at the markets. The Dow is down, not a lot, down 20. It's going to be a lot. And then the data came out. S&P down 20. NASDAQ down 65. The 10-year note. Gosh, it should be down more. It's just not. 442 on a 10-year note. Boy, lots of stories coming out now. The amount of the global traders coming out and saying countries want something other than dollars. They don't want to get paid in dollars anymore. It's shocking. We'll get to it. Oil. It's up, obviously, up $2 here, just below $74. We'll continue to watch that development in the Strait of Hormuz. These two, I mean, how does this stuff I don't know. They just ran right into each other. And now there's...
Reminds me of that bridge over there, right?
Yeah.
Does Israel have control of the computers that run these ships? Or they definitely want something, don't they?
It's hard to... I mean, are we just paying more attention, or does it just seem like ships are just running into stuff all over the place? It's crazy. Gold. I love what gold has done. Listen, they're going to discount Iran. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. I don't know. But gold right now, it's up a couple bucks. 33.86, right below the all-time highs. I'm going to tell you right now, just start thinking about $4,000 gold very quickly. There's a lot of things that nobody's talking about coming very soon. Silver. I keep telling people, do you guys not listen? Do you got better things to do than make money? Apparently you do. Apparently you just don't want to. It's hard for me to understand. Silver, it's up almost $1. 37.15 and rising. Platinum higher as well. No shock there. Just like I told you it was going to be. And again, listen to me. There is only one question for silver this year. $40 or $50. That's it. It's the only question. Unfortunately, it's going to be probably 50. And will we see an all-time record high in silver? If we don't see it this year, we'll see it next year. Period. I don't like talking ridiculous numbers. I don't. Right? Why are we talking about $4,000 gold when gold's $3,400? That's $600 away. Because it's going to happen fast. Real fast. Why am I talking about all-time record high price in silver, which would mean silver's got to go above 50? And now I'm telling you, listen, $100 silver's going to be here. The only question for me about $100 silver, does it happen before 2030? It's my only question. And quite honestly, I don't mean to laugh. I actually think it's that's the sad part. Like, this doesn't have to be, well, my gosh, if these 38 things happen, then we can maybe get there. No, that's not what I'm talking about. $5,000 gold is coming. Coming soon. Right? How long until it's 10,000 and silver's 100? How long? That's really the only question. Start moving your ass. And I hate that, you know me, I don't want to sit here and berate you guys. But you're making a huge mistake if you think this is going to work out somehow differently. It will not. And how am I so, well, Joe, you're just saying that because you sell gold and silver. Dude, I've been selling gold and silver for over 20 years. It was $300 when I started. You think maybe I know something? Maybe I've done this a little bit? See, here's the thing. They like to tell you that they have. Oh, we've got all of these things we can do. We got tools in our tool kit. Do you know right now the Treasury has to buy $10 billion worth of treasuries every month just to keep the thing going? Yeah, they don't, you know. The Booyah Man on TV isn't saying that. But I listen to Maria Bartiromo. Please. Cheerleaders is what they are. They have one tool. It is debt. And lots of it. Tomorrow, you're going to hear from the head of the Fed, Jay Powell. And you know what he's going to do? Nothing. And Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and Scott Bassett and everybody else going to start crying and tweeting and they need to cut the rates. Oh, they're gonna. I'll give you another thing that I can't guarantee anything, right? But I'm telling you what's going to happen. Rates will be cut this year and way more than people think, and wait till next year. The dollar is going to be down another 20% from here. Easy. It's easy. That's easy money. Easy money. TEXIT. Easy money. Nope, you guys don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? The hell with you. Turn the channel. Listen to sport. Go listen to the sports station. Do yourself a favor. You know what? Go listen to NPR. Okay? Because if you believe that I'm wrong in any way, shape, or form, you just don't have a clue.
Yeah, silver's up 85 cents. Gold's just been taken off to the moon the last 20 months. We brought TEXIT to the air, and a lot of you guys took advantage very quickly. Listen, you guys that have taken advantage, you just saw TEXIT go up 25% on Sunday. Actually, it went up 30% on Sunday, came back a little bit. Starting to gain it back. Now that you see that it's working, and you can see the potential of this thing, sign your wife up to a 9-pack. Sign your kids up to Joe signed up. When I presented this to Joe, and we went over it, Joe was super excited. And he went light speed because he knows earlier the better. It's not too late. This is not a too late situation with TEXIT coin.
Oh, my God. This is so early.
He signed up his wife. Early. He signed up his 2 sons. I signed up my son. I decided to keep...
My brother, my uncle, my mother, right?
So if you have a household and you came in and signed up, if your wife has an email, bring her in, call Joe, and sign this thing up. Get more people involved because you can get more money. A lot of people are getting there. A 9-pack isn't like $9,000. A lot of people are at $1,000, $2,000. It's only been 3-4 weeks. Yep. There is no ROI, return on investment, that moves this quick in normal investing. We have the Wednesday meeting here at the radio station. Mike is excited. The last 2 meetings, we had no signups. And that was fine. Mike is pushing. He wants to get people in here to answer questions because he knows there's a long-term situation with this. Short-term, get everyone signed up, start making the money. Long-term is these other people that are signing up, a few of them, which if you never sign anybody up, sign-ups get put in order down the line. You could end up with people below you that you don't even know are below you on the layering. And you might end up having bonuses. You might already have bonuses sitting there you don't even know you had. And
just waiting for you to sign somebody up.
And I got some information for you. We need to get onto your dashboard. We need you to switch from USDC over to TEXIT coin for your bonus. It was not a very fun situation, but they do send you the Ethereum coin, and that you have to unload it off there. That's a little harder process than just having it on TEXIT coin, have it just loaded directly to your account. But some people out there have bonuses. Get involved, get more sign-ups, get your wife, get your kids signed up. It's one, sign up per person, and you're going to enjoy what you're seeing. And then once I'm going to turn it right back to gold and silver, Joe, because you guys got to jump on silver and gold.
This is why I'm pushing it so hard. Because I'm going to tell you right now, silver and gold are going to be unaffordable unless you have your house in order. This is why I was like, hey, trade some gold, trade some silver for it. Because guess what? Give it a year, and you'll buy back all the gold and silver that you traded plus. By the way, Arizona, for those of you out there, if you would like for me to have a meeting for you guys to sit down and talk about it, have questions, want to bring other people, but you don't know exactly how to go about doing it, call here, tell us. Let me know. We can get it done.
I think
obviously Jason in Colorado, they do it every Wednesday, every other Wednesday?
Yeah, no, we're doing every Wednesday. We're going to skip next Wednesday as long as Mike's comfortable. I know that I can convince Mike Morris at least one time to drive down to Arizona and do the presentation, which is really good. I think even Joe will learn a little bit. Joe's deep into this, and there's a few things on Mike's presentation that can really connect the dots, so to speak, and really get you to understand. So I know Mike travels around a little bit. If you guys are interested in Arizona,
we'll get it worked out. Yeah. So call. But we got the Silver Spectacular coming up next. We kind of got sidetracked, but that's okay. Retail sales today, way below expectation. We knew it wasn't going to be great, right? Because people bought cars ahead of the tariffs. Down 0.9% in the month of May. After a small 0.1% the prior month, guess what? That was revised down as well to negative 0.1%. This is the biggest drop in over 2 years in retail sales. Now, part of it, gas got cheaper, but gas always gets cheaper this time of the year. Auto sales, a huge drop there, but it was across the board, guys. At home, the at-home stores filing bankruptcy today. By the way, I'm being told there's a mega wave of bankruptcies coming in the retail and restaurant space. Everybody get ready. All right, the people have already spoken. We will be setting up an Arizona meeting. Give me a few weeks. We will have a TEXIT Arizona meeting coming up. Let's see, it's the 17th of June. By the 17th of July, we'll have had a meeting somewhere. We could maybe do it here. This isn't the best place. Maybe, you know what? I'll find something. We'll do something at a restaurant. We'll break a little bread and bring your questions. Bring your people that are interested in possibly signing up. We'll try to get that done for you. But, boy, don't wait. Sign up and then come to the meeting and ask your questions after the fact. I'm just telling you. 800-951-0592. Very quickly here. Losses are starting to pick up. I don't have too much seeing here what it is exactly that's causing all of this. They're now trying to say signal degradation may have been the issue as these two oil tankers smashed into each other in the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know. That just sounds ridiculous to me, but sure. It's just a coincidence, Jason. Nothing to worry about, right? Nothing to worry about at all.
How many ships go through the Panama Canal? And I know there's a few dings and things that happen, but that's a very small, tight place. And we don't have ships running into each other. And yet the Strait of Hormuz, a very, very sensitive area of the world, that's where they're going to collide into each other. Isn't that where I can imagine you're on the ship and you get tired. The computers are doing most of the driving. I can see again that's why the Exxon Valdez, decades ago, crashed by Alaska and spilled all of its oil because the guy was drinking, and didn't have to do anything. But Israel is bombing Iran, and this is when you're going to get lax with the way your ship is driving. Come on. I bet most people looking at that Joe are going to be like, well, things happen, right? Things happen. It's like, no, things like this don't just happen. Things like this happen.
Especially not there. I mean, with the Houthis and everything, like you're thinking you're on high alert at all times going through there.
First question you always ask on a news item, who makes money based on this news? That's how you understand what the news really is. Who's going to make money off this? And you better believe it. With Iran and Israel, there's a lot of money to be made in many circles, Joe.
All right, here we go. Ready? The Silver Spectacular. We'll start with silver. Remember, we had them on sale yesterday. We had some more come in the door. I've got 35 rolls of U.S. Silver Eagles. Right now, cost on a case of Silver Eagles by roll is $805. That's what it costs today. They're $810. So $5 over cost. And I've got 35 rolls. I've got 45 5-ounce silver bars. We actually had more, but I sold some, Jason. So now we're down to 45 5-ounce silver bars. They're at $190, which is $38 an ounce. That's like, 85 cents over spot. Right? I mean, come on. 10-ounce silver bars. I've got 10 of those. Same deal, $380. Not even $1 over spot. Then I've got 15 rolls of rounds. Same thing, $760. So you've got choices here. You can go bars or rounds for $38, an ounce. Which, by the way, silver, maybe $38 before today, maybe $38 tomorrow, heck, it may be $40 on Friday. Right now, 45 5-ounce bars at $190, 10-ounce bars at $380, and then 15 rolls of rounds at $760. So all of those equate to $38. And then I have 35 rolls of Silver Eagles at $810. By the way, how much is that? That's $40.50 an ounce. $40.50 an ounce. All of you out there, you guys know, when you buy Silver Eagles, they're going to cost, listen, just as an example, cases of U.S. Silver Eagles, you got to pay $3.15 over spot right now, and that's low. That's a low premium. So when you're sitting here thinking about, hey, cost on Silver Eagles is $40.25, and you're buying them for $40.50, either way, you cannot go wrong with any of these. You can buy bars or rounds at $38 an ounce, or Silver Eagles at $40.50. So the Silver Eagles, again, $810. It's you know what, people go, oh gosh, that's a lot. Listen, silver's going to be over. I'm going to be shocked out of my mind if Silver Eagles aren't over $1,000 this year a roll. I'll be shocked. 5-ounce silver bars, $190. Again, that is $38. I'll be honest, I'll be shocked if silver isn't $38 before the end of the week. Right? It kind of did a little dance at 36, and boom, just like boom, here's another dollar. Boom, here's another dollar. That's what you're going to see. 10-ounce silver bars at $380. Rolls of rounds, 20 ounces. Same thing with Silver Eagles. So rounds and Silver Eagles, you get 20 ounces of silver. Both. The difference is the U.S. Silver Eagles are minted by the U.S. government, and they say $1 on them. The rounds are just minted by independent mints, and they don't have a dollar value, right? It's just an ounce of silver. Well, should I buy the cheaper ones or the more expensive? It's up to you. We pay more for Silver Eagles than we do for silver bars and silver rounds, period. So when you talk about, well, buying and selling, it's about the same. Really? About the same value here. I don't know that one is better than the other here. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason will be back after the break. 800-951-0592, the Silver Spectacular U.S. Silver Eagles, $810. That is a whopping $5 above cost if you wanted to buy a sealed case of Silver Eagles today. At $810, I only had 35 rolls. 45 5-ounce silver bars are $190. That is $38. So 85 cents over the spot price. 10-ounce silver bars, $380. Again, also $38. Got 10 of those. And then 15 rolls of rounds. That's $760. Also $38. Kind of got a theme going here. 800-951-0592. So here's what we know now. Really quickly, crude tanker, the Adeline, is now fully engulfed in flames after what they are calling a high-impact collision with oil tanker Front Eagle. One of them is shoot, I lost it now. Of course I lost it. I had it. Now I've lost it. But long story short, they're saying that this was due to signal degradation. They're saying part maybe because of the Israeli-Iranian conflict. This is not foul play. The Adeline, which is, I don't know how this thing stays afloat. We'll see. It's incredible. It is Antigua flagged. They're saying that this ship normally runs Russian oil to India. By the way, this happened right outside the United Arab Emirates. The Front Eagle is a Liberian oil tanker. So it appears, anyway, from what I'm seeing, that the biggest damage is on the Adeline, and they're saying that the Front Eagle essentially rammed into it. So there you go.
Nothing like
I don't know.
Nothing like going through the Strait of Hormuz at a terminally fast speed, because that's what you do when you go through the Strait of Hormuz. You up the speed as
you
fast
probably
as you
do,
can.
right? You probably step on it, right?
That the whole point is it is a congested area. This is the place, because of geopolitics and because of the size of the area, that you pilot your ship very carefully. This is not an accident. You will never convince me that ship that rammed into the bridge there in Maryland, it's not an accident. It's just not.
Well, 1.5 million barrels of oil on that ship. Just to give you an
that's
idea.
A big one.
These are
That's
not
one of the ones that can't even come to the United
ships.
States. That's one of those mega big ones, right? That's one of those we don't even have docks for that.
That's a big one. So we'll see. Let's hope it stays afloat. I don't know what happens with the oil. Who knows? How about this, though? Listen, this is, of all the news today, this was the worst one. Her name is Paula Cummings. Who is she? She's the head of currency sales for U.S. Bank Corp. Her job, essentially, is import-exports. Okay, paying for stuff. She goes, as I talk to our U.S. importers, she said, I'm increasingly hearing the same message. Their foreign counterparts no longer want to be paid in dollars. Guys, this is happening. Please figure this out. Understand what this means. They don't want to buy treasuries anymore. It's that simple. Instead, what are they asking for? Listen to this. Euros, that's not a surprise. Okay, but kind of. No one uses the euro outside of the Europeans. The Chinese renminbi, yeah. Even the Mexican peso and the Canadian dollar, as they're all looking to limit their exposure to the greenback. A lot of clients were reluctant because dollars used to be sacred in the eyes of suppliers. Now the vibe from overseas vendors seems to be the same. Just give us our currency instead. And this is something where she says it is happening every single day. All of these foreign exporters keep telling our importers the same thing every day. We don't want to be paid in dollars. They said this is a major change. A 2% discount being offered by European suppliers to make payments in other currencies. The Chinese renegotiated terms with most suppliers now and want all bills settled in renminbi. They're not coming. They're not going to buy it. And guess what our plan is? Print more. How high is gold and silver going? Yeah. To the moon. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason wrapping up this Tuesday the silver spectacular sale, whatever may be left. U.S. Silver Eagles, $810. 5-ounce silver bars, $190. 10-ounce silver bars, $380. Rolls of rounds, $760. So remember, all the non-silver Eagles, $38. U.S. Silver Eagles at $810. That's $40.50. Silver above $37 now at 800-951-0592. But the big news, we had bad retail sales. We had really bad home builder sentiment. But the big news, and you probably won't hear it anywhere but here. Exporters now are demanding that U.S. importers pay in something other than dollars, saying that the Europeans are now offering an incentive of 2%. The Chinese aren't offering any incentives and just saying, you will pay us in renminbi. That is what's happening. They're saying, listen, the Canadians want Canadian, right? The loonie. Mexico wants the peso. Everybody wants out of the dollar, according to U.S. Bank Corp. And that is a huge reason. You got to remember, this is a huge reason why these countries hold dollars to buy stuff. You know, like they said, the dollar was sacred. Not so sacred anymore. 800-951-0592. And I would I would venture to say that if these countries actually thought the dollar was going to rally or that the dollar was going to hold value, that they would still take it. I mean, they're not going to be dumb about it. I think there's more than one thing going on here. Yes, they don't like the United States using the dollar as a weapon. They want to be more diversified, just like I'm telling you to be more diversified, right? But also at the same point, these are businesses. These are companies, right? They're not going to, hey, if the U.S. dollar was going to go up 10% next year, I want to be diversified, but hey, 10% is 10%. No, that's not what they're saying. They're looking for an excuse to get more diversified. And you know what they're saying? God, I think the dollar's going to be down 20%. I don't want it anymore. Get your gold and silver put away. 800-951-0592. The half-empty cup is coming up next, and Donald Trump is out with some comments about Tulsi Gabbard and her comments about Iran not pursuing nukes.